Hey everyone, I'm Olive Eyes Makeup, and this is going to be a hair tutorial where I don't use any heat, and it was requested by Juicy Apple 94, and she requested a tutorial that uses no heat, and it's kind of a curly, wavy, textured kind of style, and it was definitely inspired by the new girl Kesha, because she has this kind of wavy, piecey, textured hair, so you can see, and it's very, very good for your hair to not use any heat on it. So I hope you guys test out this look, and let's get into it. So the first thing that you're going to need is you have to know how to braid your hair. If you can't braid your hair, then just go and look up a tutorial where it explains how to braid hair, because I am not good at explaining that kind of thing. So other than that, you're going to need a smoothing serum, and I used the Silky Sexy Hair Frizz Eliminator No Frizz Smoothing Serum. So this is a great dupe for that. The Garnier Fructis Anti-Frizz Sleek and Shine Serum works exactly the same, and it smells really nice. The next thing you're going to need for this tutorial is a curling mousse, and this is the Herbal Essences Totally Twisted Curl Boosting Mousse. And you could use a volumizing mousse, anything that comes out as a foam and it will really hold the texture of your hair. And the next thing you're going to need is a kind of smoothing cream. You want something that's going to hold the style and make it really soft when your hair is completely dry and finished. So almost kind of like a finishing cream. And I'm going to be using the Curl Shaping Curl Smoothing Cream by L'Oreal. Okay, so I got out of the shower about 10 minutes ago, and I detangled my hair with a wide tooth comb, a Conair one, it looks like this. And then I parted my hair with a smaller comb, because it gives more of a defined part, and this is a rat tail comb, which you're going to be needing for the rest of the tutorial. And then I put smoothing serum in my hair, just mid-shaft down. So now I'm going to let my hair air dry for about 20 minutes, because your hair is a lot more elasticy. It's like 2 times more elastic when your hair is wet compared to when it's dry. So I'm going to just let that air dry for about 20 minutes, and I'll be right back. So now that it's been about 20 minutes, I'm going to take the mousse, and I'm just going to shake it up and put some into my hand, about that much. I'm just going to work that through all of my hair. So you just kind of want to run it through with your fingers first, like that. And then we'll work it in after. And I'm going to take the same wide tooth comb and just make sure that it's evenly distributed. Okay, so now that I have it evenly distributed, I'm going to start sectioning it off so I can braid it. And I'm going to use that rat tail comb that I mentioned earlier. And you can find these like anywhere, Sally's, they sell them at drugstores all the time in giant packs. So I'm going to take this, and you're going to need a couple of clips. So these are just random clips that, again, you can just get at any drugstore. And I'm going to section off the entire top part of my hair from about where my eyebrows start and all the way around my head. And then there's a clean line back there. Okay, so now I'm just going to twist that and put it into a clip. These 2 bottom sections, I'm just going to section it so that it's a clean line. Okay, and now I'm just going to braid these 2 sections. And what I'm going to be securing the ends of the braids with are these tiny, soft and springy, super stretch rubber bands. They look like that. Yeah, so I'm just going to start braiding them. I'm just going to secure the end, and you want to braid it down as far as you can, but that's about as far as I can go without leaving the pieces out. So I'm just going to do the exact same thing to the other side, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished the bottom parts, and now I'm going to release the top half. Okay, so now I'm going to section the top part into 3 sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to split it down the back. Yeah, so now I have 2 even halves. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2/3 of each piece towards the front, like that. Maybe even a little bit more. So I'm going to have, as you can see, 1 small piece and then 1 big piece. So just swing that smaller piece to the back and then take about the same and swing it back. So now you have your 2 sections in the front and then the 1 section in the back. So I'm just going to clip the back part so it doesn't get confused with the rest. And now I'm just going to start braiding these 2 top parts, and I'll be right back. So if you have side bangs like me, don't put it in the braid, just kind of section that off in its own piece, like that, and then just braid this part. Okay, so now all I have is the back, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to comb through this part. Going to braid that section, and I'll be right back. So as you can probably tell, my hair was a lot longer at the beginning of this video, and that's because I was wearing my extensions, and I basically did the exact same thing that I did to my hair, to my extensions. So what I did was I just clipped all of the sections together, so I have 2, instead of braiding each one individually, which would take forever, and then it wouldn't be as big of a wave, which I like the fact that I have more dimension by putting these in my hair. So I just put the smoothing serum through the ends and then the mousse all over the hair, and then I just braided them and I secured them with the same little like elastics. So now basically you just gotta play the waiting game. I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay guys, so now that I'm up, I'm going to take out the braids, and don't be discouraged if you wake up and your braids look really disheveled like this, because we're gonna put a cream through it and that's just gonna make everything look a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take scissors. And the reason you're going to want to take scissors to take these out is because you don't want to damage your hair by pulling them out, because they can snag onto your hair. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull it. See that? You can just pull that there and then just snap that. And you don't run the risk of cutting off your own hair because it's really easy to just take it off. So I'm going to take all these off and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just finished taking all of them out, and now I'm going to undo the braids. And you don't want to just run your fingers through it to get it through, because this is supposed to be kind of a wavy curly tutorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the ends, and I'm just going to undo all of the hair by just going up. You don't want to like brush through it or anything like that. So just undo the braids really gently. And now I'm going to do that to the rest of my head, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that they're all out, as you can see, some pieces are bigger than others. Like look, I didn't even use heat to get this, so that's pretty incredible. Okay, I'm just going to give you a 360 of what the hair looks like right now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my hair extensions out from the braids, and I'll be right back. I just finished taking the extensions out and it looks so pretty. See? Okay, and now what I'm going to do is I'm going to section my hair and put all the extensions in, but I don't really have time to do that for this tutorial because it's going to take me a really long time to explain how I put them in. But I am going to have a review and tutorial on how to put the extensions in, so I'm just going to put them in right now and I'll be right back. Okay, so I just put the extensions in, and as you can see, that made my hair look enormous. See? Made my hair really big. Okay, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Curl Shaping Curl Smoothing Cream by L'Oreal Paris, and I'm just going to get kind of like a dime size, I guess. So about that much. And again, I don't want to run my fingers through my hair, so I'm just going to kind of pat it in. So that was the tutorial. I hope you guys liked it, and if you liked it, then please subscribe to my channel. Bye guys!